Welcome to this training session on the FTP module in Avintra. In this video, we'll learn how to use the FTP nodes available in Avintra to automate common file transfer operations. We'll build a simple workflow that connects to an FTP server. Let's get started. Before connecting to the FTP server, we'll use a set variable node to store the FTP server IP address. Using variables instead of hard-coded values makes workflows much easier to maintain. This variable can now be referenced throughout the workflow whenever the server address is required. Next, add the Open FTP connection node. For the host field, add the variable that we created earlier. And for the port field, enter 21, which is the default FTP port. If your FTP server uses a different port, enter that value instead. The next option is active mode. This determines how the FTP data connection is established. For this demonstration, we'll keep active mode disabled. Next, enter the FTP account username and password. When this activity executes successfully, it automatically creates an output variable called FTP connection. This connection object will be used in every remaining FTP activity, so there is no need to reconnect to the server each time. Our next activity is list FTP directory. This node retrieves the contents of a directory on the FTP server. The first field is FTP connection. Select the connection object generated by the Open FTP connection activity. Enter the directory whose contents you want to retrieve. To list the root directory, simply enter a /. You can also specify a folder such as reports or documents if you want to retrieve items from a specific location. The final configuration is list type. This drop-down determines what should be returned. Select files only if you only want to retrieve files. Select folders only if you're interested only in directories. Select files and folders to retrieve everything inside the specified directory. For this demonstration, we'll select files and folders. The activity returns the directory contents as an output. Next, we'll create a new directory. Add the Create FTP Directory activity. For FTP connection, select the existing FTP connection object. In the directory name field, enter the name of the folder you want to create. In our example, we'll create a folder named Automation. Once executed, the directory is created on the FTP server. Now let's rename an existing file. Add the Rename FTP File activity. For FTP connection, select the existing connection object. In the old file name field, enter the current file name. For this demonstration, we'll use employee.xlsx. In the new file name field, enter the new file name. We'll rename it to database.xlsx. The final field is timeout seconds. This specifies how long the activity should wait before timing out if the server doesn't respond. After execution, the file is renamed on the FTP server. Next, we'll delete a directory. Add the Delete FTP Directory activity. Select the existing FTP connection. In the directory name field, enter the folder that should be removed. For this example, we'll delete the automation folder that we created earlier. Next, let's download a file from the FTP server. Add the download file from FTP activity. Begin by selecting the existing FTP connection. The next option is download multiple files. For this demonstration, we'll disable it. In the file name field, enter the name of the file to download. We'll use database.xlsx. Next, specify the local directory where the downloaded file should be saved. You can browse to the desired location or enter the folder path manually. The next configuration is transfer type, where we have binary and ASCII. For this example, we'll choose binary. Next is if file exists. This drop-down controls what happens if the file already exists in the destination folder. We have don't download, download with unique name, and overwrite. For this demonstration, we'll choose overwrite. This activity also returns useful outputs such as the number of downloaded files and any skipped files, which can be used later in the workflow for reporting or validation. Now let's upload a file to the FTP server. Add the upload file to FTP activity. For FTP connection, select the existing connection object. In the local file field, browse to the file you want to upload from your local machine. Next, specify the remote directory, which is the destination folder on the FTP server where the file should be uploaded. To upload directly to the root folder, simply enter a /. The next configuration is overwrite node. Select Always to replace the existing file. Select Never if you want to skip uploading whenever the destination file already exists. For this demonstration, we'll select Always. The final field is Timeout Seconds. We'll leave this at 30 seconds. This activity also produces outputs showing how many files were uploaded successfully and whether any files were skipped. Finally, we'll close the FTP session. Add the Close Connection activity. For FTP connection, simply select the existing connection object. This activity terminates the FTP session and releases any resources associated with the connection. It's considered a best practice to always close FTP connections at the end of every workflow. Our completed workflow now performs a complete FTP automation cycle. It connects to the FTP server, retrieves directory contents, creates a folder, renames a file, deletes a directory, downloads a file, uploads another file, and finally closes the FTP connection. This example demonstrates how the FTP module in Avintra enables you to automate common FTP operations while making use of reusable variables, connection objects, configurable transfer options to create efficient and maintainable workflows. We have learned how to use FTP nodes in Avintra Agent Builder. Continue exploring the platform to build more intelligent automation workflows.